Okay, we're looking at drills today. In particular, most of them that we're going to be looking at are battery powered. The battery's located on a charger. You can leave them on the charger as long as you like, because the chargers are designed to modulate down as soon as the battery's fully charged. A lot of the larger batteries have a button that you can press to see that they're fully charged before you take them off. Some of the smaller ones won't have, and older ones won't have that feature. So you select a fully charged battery, snap that into your drill. This drill is probably the most ubiquitous, most common type of drill, which is called a variable chuck. The variable chuck is by rotating the chuck. This piece is called the chuck. By rotating the chuck, these pinches will adjust to different size drill bits that then are inserted into the front of the chuck. This drill here has what's called a hammer function. The hammer function, and it has a clutch. So the hammer function you can tell by looking at the hammer located on the side, and to get it into hammer mode you rotate the clutch all the way around until the hammer symbol is lined up with the marker. When it's in hammer mode, the drill bit will rotate, slam in and out, and that's for using with masonry or brickwork or concrete, is when you use it in hammer mode. Drill mode, when you put it on the marker that is just solid drill mode, that means that this drill will be used for wood, metal or similar sorts of materials or surfaces, and it doesn't have the vibration that comes in and out in hammer mode. And when it's on the drill marker here, that means that the clutch is not working. In other words, the drill keeps on going and going and going until it stops. Then you have a clutch, which is at varying degrees of strength, 22 being the highest, and as you go round, the clutch gets softer and softer and softer. Now what the clutch does is it stops you from ripping the top of the screw or the fixing that you're using by adjusting the clutch down, and 8 would be a fairly light setting. You can, that noise that you're hearing is the clutch. So as you can see, I'm just with my hands, I'm just holding it on a clutch setting of 8, and that's a very light sensitive setting for very light sensitive fixings that you're using. And then as you go up in strength to deal with larger fixings or going into a harder material, you need to increase the clutch strength. Most drills, the amount that you pull in the trigger will adjust the speed, and that's fairly normal. Most of them will have a variable speed trigger, and then there's forward and reverse. Typically this button here is the forward and reverse button. So at the moment we're going clockwise, which is to go drill into material, and then to back a fixing out you press this to reverse out of it. There's also a dual speed at the top on this particular one. So 1 is a lower speed, 2 is a higher speed, depending on particularly if you're using this with a piece that is to a screw piece, such as a Phillips head screw piece. You want a lower speed and you want a softer clutch setting so you don't rip the top of the fixing that you're screwing into. If you're going into drilling a hole into wood, typically you'd want the high speed. So that's the main features of the most basic drill, which is your variable chuck, basic drill with hammer, with clutch.